hopefully the Republicans will demonstrate to the American people over the next 12 months that we can govern and we have policies that'll work for the average working men and women in America.
I hate to start fact checking right out of the gate, but I think hopefully seems to be doing a lot of heavy lifting there. Isn't it, Comer? Isn't it? Oh, what's that? You want the American people to think Republicans can actually govern? Comer, we know they can govern. It's the how that everybody is concerned about. On that note, let's dive into some actual data brought to you by none other than Fox News.
So ISM for December was lower. It's still it's still contracting. We're still in a manufacturing recession. It's only manufacturing has only expanded twice since the fall of 2022. And just looking at the percentage of 85% of the sector's GDP contracted in December compared to just 58% in November. And if you read the commentary, it's costs, and they blame tariffs. All of the businesses that are quoted say that those are huge headwinds, and it's still impacting their business.
Who could have possibly predicted that wide sweeping, indiscriminate tariffs would ultimately have a negative impact on the American people, besides all of the economists? But whatever, y'all, you know what I mean? This is 2026. Expertise is out and vibes are in. But two can play at that game. All right. So let's take it to the American people. Do the American people feel that the vibes are like based or based just on economic anxiety? And so for this, we will again return to Fox News.
Fox polling shows that voters are still not happy with the economy under President Trump. 72% say national economic conditions are not good or are in poor condition.
Okay. All right. So, what? It's okay. Yeah. All right. So Americans think the economy is one big hot turd dumpster fire. Is that what I'm supposed to believe? Please. Okay. I think that's fake news or Fox News. You know what these poors are too stupid to understand, y'all, is that Trump is bringing back manufacturing jobs. They should actually be thankful based on all of the manufacturing jobs that his policies are bringing in every day. Just listen to this clip from It is Fox News. It's Fox News again. I can't get enough of them.
I mean, the fact that the president thinks that manufacturing and factories are being built is delusional. We've lost more manufacturing jobs for the last 6 or 7 months in a row. We've been losing jobs. So, and that's, the American people aren't feeling this. They are saying that the people are not listening to them, that they are feeling the unaffordability of everything, whether it be gas or groceries or housing. And so the fact that the president is telling them that they're not believing it is a failing political strategy, and it will come to pass in the midterms. Trump might not have to feel it, but the members of Congress definitely will if they do not address this affordability issue with some real concern for what the American people are telling them.
Okay, fine. All right, but here's the thing. Trump said the economy is doing well, and he said it's doing well because of the tariffs he put in place. And when has he ever lied? Anyway, speaking of blind hogs who occasionally find acorns, here is Chris Crazy Eyes Cuomo with a rare W.
The president wants to take a victory lap about Venezuela. Fine. I don't see it as what America should be doing, or not this way, no matter how bad a guy Maduro is. And there are plenty of bad guys in South America and around the world. But that's his choice. However, taking a victory lap about tariffs and saying that's why the stock market is high, that is just outright deception to people, okay? The tariffs are hurting. They are not helping. And I'll give you several examples, okay? China just recorded a record trade surplus. How? When there are record tariffs against them? Right question. The answer is that the tariffs aren't working there except to limit how much comes from China to America, which means prices for goods go higher, okay? And what does come in from China has higher prices. Just ask any small business that has to pay the importation. And they just started trading with other people. Tariffs are not why the stock market is going higher. It's going higher despite the stock market. The tariffs are bad for consumers. They are bad for small businesses. Okay? And that's, any economist is going to tell you that, even conservative ones, which is why they're so quiet. So you want to take a victory lap about Venezuela, fine. That's about what you do abroad. But you want to take a victory lap about what you're doing at home when it's hurting and increasing the strain on affordability, just as everybody is getting their new notices about health insurance and car insurance and property insurance. I mean, that is just too much, even in this crazy world we're living in.
Listen, if that guy in the back of a chauffeured car cannot convince you that working class Americans are struggling, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? I actually think that clip cuts out right before he starts throwing cake out of his car window for the paupers to eat. But right is right. You know what I mean? So points to Chris Cuomo. Anyway, here is Governor Andy Beshear saying what we're all thinking, or at least what I'm thinking, albeit in a less sarcastic and more sincere way, because evidently he still has some semblance of a soul, unlike me. Womp, womp, womp. Can't even do the womp womp right.
Yes, soybean farmers' largest market is China. And this president's tariff policy started a tariff war where China said, fine, we won't buy soybeans from the United States. We're going to go to Argentina and Brazil, and it's our farmers, our Kentucky farmers, our American farmers that have suffered because of the decision of one man alone, and that's Donald Trump. And listen, he can do this 1 year assistance, and my farmers need help. Mm-hmm. But if that Chinese market goes to Brazil and Argentina permanently, there are going to be a lot of soybean farmers who are going to lose their very farm because of Donald Trump. But look at so many other industries. When his big, ugly bill shuts down 35 rural hospitals in Kentucky, those aren't my numbers, that's the Kentucky Hospital Association. Each of those is the largest payroll in their county. So when that shuts down, so does the local coffee shop, so does the local restaurant, so does the local bank, so does the local insurance company. What he is doing to our economy is disastrous. And I'll tell you, we used to say that a president can't impact the economy that much. Donald Trump has proven us wrong. He is destroying it right in front of our very eyes.
So there you have it. People can't afford healthcare or gas or groceries or their rent or their mortgage or their student loan payment. And businesses are going out of business due to these tariffs. But look on the bright side, you guys. Okay, we still have plenty of money to drop freedom bombs on Venezuela. We got plenty of money for ICE to terrorize and potentially kill U.S. citizens. Those bullets ain't free. You know what I mean? Maybe they should actually go with that as their slogan for the next election for Republicans. Just the bullets ain't free. You know what I mean? Someone's got to pay for them, and it's going to be, you know, it's going to be you. Okay, and at least, hey, maybe that ballroom will get built eventually once the whole lawsuit gets settled, and it won't just be a pile of rubble. In the meantime, maybe they can just distract Americans with a little bit of imperialism for fun. That usually gets people pretty riled up, pretty stoked about that. Absolutely. No problem. And also, one last thing to Comer, you big dumb beach ball. You're not supposed to say the quiet part out loud. You're not supposed to admit that you know that the American people do not trust your political party to actually govern. It actually makes it seem more like you can't govern when you admit that you can't actually govern. So if you want to actually earn people's trust back with the Republican Party, maybe release some of those like unredacted Epstein files, right? I don't think people forgot about this. Maybe just throw a couple of those out there. I mean, what are you trying to hide besides a word that I don't believe is allowed to be said due to, but you can, you know, who would someone be trying to, that's just I'm just spitballing, you know what I mean? Okay. Maybe go with the bullets ain't free thing. Honestly, that would probably poll really well with a lot of your base if they're alive to actually vote for you based on the rampages that you're doing in every other sector of American life. Anyway, I'll see you next week, folks.